I tell you right now, you must have loved it.
I absolutely loved it. I mean, I loved it. I thought Spurs were poor, right? We were really bad. It was a bad performance from us. But the mentality's changed in the team. You know, you can see we're not going to give up. We're going to try and fight to get something from the game. Definitely things to look at in terms of defensive frailties, you know, from the corner, from, you know, no one marking Koulibaly, like 4 or 5 people standing at the front post.
Sure, wasn't it?
The second goal, the positioning from, you know, players getting dragged out of position wasn't good, but look, we dug in there and we managed to get something from the game, and I think that's the difference with us this season with Conte and the players, that the mentality's changed. We feel like we can still win a game or get something from a game even when we're poor. But the Conte Tuchel stuff, I mean, I absolutely
box
loved
office.
It. I loved it. I loved it. If I'm a player now, I'm going in Monday morning, I'm like, Gaffer, where's the brick wall? I'm running straight through it for you, because give me some of that. You know, that is what the Premier League is about. That's what we want. It's become a bit boring. You know, like watching managers on the side just shaking hands after games, and you know when you've won or you've lost. And no, come on, give me something box office like that. It didn't overspill where it gets violent, but that's what you want. Passion.
What do you think of there were 1 or 2, let's just say, contentious decisions as well? I mean, the game had probably had everything, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a brilliant game, and it always is. That game is a big game now. I think the next time that game comes around, that is going to be all over the world. People are going to be watching that, you know, to see it, because there was a lot going on, and it does seem like that's now become a proper rivalry between. I always thought for me it was always Tottenham Arsenal when I played, turning up. You know, Arsenal was the one, but now this, you know, Tottenham Chelsea, it really feels like that's going to kick off every time we play each other. So, look, we got away with it. I mean, there's no question about it. We've definitely got away with it. The Cucurella, you know, the pulling of the hair. Yeah. I mean, that's a foul. How's the ref not seen that? And you know, he could have got sent off. And then we score from the corner, which is, you know, it's just one of them. You'd say you've got away with that one.
Yeah. Bentancur, do you think that was a foul on Havertz? How do you feel about that? Because also there were 2 things in that led up to that goal. Ali picked this out earlier on as well. Richarlison in an offside position. You can be honest. Jake,
I can tell your reaction. You're the same as me, right? I'm guessing, and I shouldn't be speaking for you, but when you asked that question about that free kick, I went the same way. I went, it probably is a free kick. I thought, but I could understand it not been given. Do you know what I mean? I get it.
Well, when you watch it back from different angles, one angle it really looks like he's got something on the ball, and you'd say, well, it's not a foul because he's got something on it. And then the other angles you look and you go, nah, he hasn't got the ball. So it's you know, it's 50-50, and that's where the referee's got to make a decision, and they're going mad about it. But there is an argument that it wasn't a foul. It's one of them, mate. I think we've definitely got away with a couple of decisions in that game. We were poor. Chelsea were the better team. Well, probably should have won the game.
Here's my next one to you. I'm not giving Højbjerg's goal because
get out of here.
I'm disallowing it for offside.
No, you're not. You're not. Come on, Ali. It's miles out.
I'll tell you why. I think we're in total agreement. He's in an offside position, right?
Yeah, of course he is.
Right. Well, and I know he probably isn't directly blocking the ball. I get that as well. But he's influencing the goalkeeper's movement. He's got to be, because the ball's so close to him, the goalkeeper has to think, he can get a touch on this. I can't dive until it's by him.
20 yards out, Ali.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's outside
but Richarlison's not. That's my point.
Okay, but the keeper can see. He can see the line of sight. He can see Højbjerg taking that shot.
Yes, I agree.
So, and he hasn't affected the game enough where he can't get. If he's standing right in front of him 4 or 5 yards away, that is completely going to be, you know, affecting your eyesight and your eye line. Richarlison's on by the penalty spot,
but the ball goes by him close enough to think he could change the direction of the
ball. Give him some credit. It's a great goal.
Oh, it's a great goal.
I mean, that is an unbelievable goal.
I've got to be honest with you, I can't believe I'm one that's wanting a goal disallowed, to be honest with you. But I just think,
come on, stop disallowing things like that
against your team Chelsea. So why would you do that?
Yeah, come on, you can't be disallowing goals like that.
I'm in bad mood this morning.
Hey, look, what it was very entertaining, wasn't it? And the kind of thing that you want to see in the Premier League. But Jamie, are there any worries now that you'll take forward to the next game for Spurs? I know you're really happy with the resilience, and I agree they do look a different team in that sense. Richarlison, brilliant, I thought, as well when he came on, especially interfering with play for that goal. But but what would you be worrying about? Is it the defending? Is it what?
I think the defending is obviously, I didn't think we looked great. We looked a bit panicky at the back at times, a bit more composure we need. Eric Dyer look, he's been sensational.
He has, yeah.
He's been brilliant. But
Transformation.
I think he should definitely be in the England squad. Same. Yeah, I absolutely. I mean, if you look at the England players who are playing right now, I mean, they're shocking. Harry Maguire and that. I'm sure we'll get onto it, but yeah, I think he should be involved. He didn't have a great game yesterday. His positioning a little bit, getting dragged around. Ben Davies a little bit. I want to see a bit more composure from him when the ball's in and around our box. Just get control of it, but. That's the worry. And set pieces, we're not great from defending set pieces. We got to be better. I mean, how can you have Koulibaly just volley one around the penalty spot? And the problem with Son is, and I know, Graham Souness was digging him out a little bit in terms of his defending, and he's right. When you're on an attacker, and you know this, Ali, you've been a forward. You come back to defend, but it's the last thing you want to do, right? Yeah. All you can think about is the ball breaking down, and I want to go that way to try and score. And you can see that in Son every single time we have a set piece. Son instantly, if the ball's not around him to go and win, he's thinking, I'm off. I'm going the other way. But what he's got to remember is he's got to defend the box first, and he's got to defend his area and help the team get rid of it, and then move. But he's just a typical striker, a typical centre forward who. He don't want to come. He just don't even bring him back because he can't defend.
Just a quick one on the managers not taking yesterday too seriously. Antonio Conte's on Instagram and he posted a video of Thomas Tuchel celebrating for 2-1 and running down the touchline, running past Antonio Conte, who at the time was looking down so didn't see it. And the caption is, "Lucky I didn't see you. Making you trip over would have been well deserved."
I love that.
With a few laughing faces.
That's magic.
I love that.
It's great.
But you know what was brilliant as well? And I've just seen it there. I didn't see it yesterday. Tuchel in the post-match interview, he's flexed his muscles. He's given the old Popeye one, hasn't he?
Yeah, I love that. And look, take nothing away from. I think Tuchel's brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean, what a manager he is, and he's a class act. The way he talks, the way he handles himself, and that's what we want. Come on, give me that. That's what football is: passion, and that's fighting for each other and fighting for your team on the sideline and. It was magic.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Okay. Now, Spurs are in action this Saturday. It's on game day for you and it's at home to Wolves. That's a 12:30 kickoff, talkSPORT exclusive. Tottenham against Wolves.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.